turn. There we go. Boom. Okay, we're live.
Oh, cool. I just gotta finish fixing my hair because it was bad.
Right. Fix your hair.
Oh man, I missed a huge chunk in my bun. Damn it. Like, it's a huge chunk that just didn't go in there. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
hello. Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you.
Uh,
Probably not talking to me though, huh?
Sure. Oh man, I'm tired a little bit today.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when I don't go to sleep until like 2:30.
Right.
Well, I'd actually started to go to sleep, and then Donovan called me because his flight was at 5 a.m. and he took an Uber to the airport at 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, how early you think you had to go to the airport?
Right. Probably sitting around for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah. And he's like, do you know how creepy the airport is at 2 a.m.? And I'm like, yes, I do. I have worked the overnight shift. It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, I've been at the airport that late. Ow! We quit.
So, okay, so let's start with checking in and seeing how we're doing and what's going on. So I stepped on the scale on Sunday, and I am down another 8 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah. And I've lost a total of, I think it's like 17 something, according to the scale since January 1st.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I was actually going to do the math, and then I forgot to do it before we got started.
Numbers.
I'll do a check-in. Well, I can't remember what my actual weight was on January 1st, and so I need to look at the app. It's purring at you.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited because I spent like 2 weeks not losing anything. So it was nice to step on the scale. And we use the Renfo scale at Mike's house. And I love because my scale connects to the Bluetooth in the app, and it was like, are you sure this is you? This is a pretty big difference. I was like, yes, it is me. Thanks for asking. It's always like this great confident move. When the scale's like, are you sure this is you? Well, okay, not always, because it'll also ask that if you've gained a lot.
Are you sure this is you?
Yeah. But when I'm losing weight and it asks me that, I'm always like, oh, that's so awesome. So I've continued to eat fairly well. I've done really good. We went out to Kyra's birthday on Sunday, and we went to Hoo Hot, which, if anybody doesn't know, Hoo Hot's a Mongolian barbecue, all-you-can-eat place. You go and you select your food, and they have a ton of proteins and vegetables and noodles and rice and all sorts of stuff that you put, all raw food you put in a bowl. And then you go up, and they have the grill thing in the middle, and they dump it on there and stir it up, and it's super good. Well, I love going there when I'm on keto because it is so easy to stay keto and eat really yummy food.
The only thing I ate was chicken, onions, green peppers, and mushrooms. I didn't add any rice or noodles or anything, so it was pretty much all just a protein night.
Yeah, I added no rice or no noodles. I added some zucchini to mine, and onions, green peppers, mushrooms, and broccoli to my second plate. I added some broccoli on my second plate. And then I ate those.
Airbeth with her white rice, peas, and chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
That you didn't even eat all of.
Well, she said she put too much garlic on it.
Okay. Did you show her how to do it?
Yeah, but she just said but she put too much garlic, and I was like, well, that happens. You try again. But she wasn't willing to go try anything again. But she just ate more white rice.
I bet if they had macaroni and cheese up there, she would.
Right? So then we went to a coffee shop to do cake, and they bought Kyra red velvet Cold Stone cake.
Yeah,
And I did eat a little bit of that, but I hate red velvet cake.
Well, they also cut the slices like super thin.
Yeah. And I was like, I need the thinnest slice you can cut me. And I didn't even finish all my cake. I ate all the ice cream, but I didn't finish the cake.
I like red velvet, so.
I just, red velvet used to turn red because of the cocoa that was used, is what would make it turn red. Nowadays, they just use red food dye. And I have a mild allergy. Don't even say anything, you asshole.
I'm allergic to red.
dyes.
Uh-huh. I'm allergic to red.
I am. And so I don't care much for it. So, but I did pretty good. And then I've just tried to continue eating well.
Did you hear that?
No. Was it your eyes rolling?
That was the sound of my eyes rolling into the back of my head.
But anyway, and I've continued to actually stay pretty well on track with my eating and keeping track of everything. I am logging everything in my MyFitnessPal every day.
Good.
So, yeah, and the last couple times I've tried to do keto, I felt like it was really hard, which the very first time I did keto with Alyssa, I was like, this is so easy. I like doing keto. It's so easy to stick to. There's nothing I can't eat if I just think about it. Like I have a recipe for anything you could possibly want to make it keto. So I'm like, for the last couple times I've tried, I'm like, oh, this is so hard. I want bread so bad. I want this and that. And I couldn't stick with it. And this time I really haven't had that same issue. And that just comes down to mindset.
Yeah.
So how are you doing?
I haven't gained or lost anything. I weighed 233 this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm getting back. What?
I mean, I guess it's good you haven't gained anything.
Yeah, especially considering that I'm a stress eater. I am like really impressed that I didn't at least hit 240 this last month with everything that was going on.
Yeah.
But I managed to keep myself plateaued, so
that's good.
That's a good thing, yeah. I'm gonna try to get back on the ball today. I'm gonna start my 12-week thing Sunday again. Only because I want the data so that I can do some blog posts and videos. But I'm actually going to be sticking with my keeping the calories and the grains starting today.
Yeah.
So I have enough for lunch, and then for dinner, I'm going to have to get off my ass. And since it's about to snow, I'm able to actually go out and play the Xbox today without the sunlight fucking it up. So.
Yeah, it's pretty, I mean, I don't know if you can tell by the light, because I'm sitting in the car because I didn't want any interruptions because I'm at my house in Sterling. So I was like, last week with Ty being here, I'm just going to go sit out in the car. I think it'll be better. Less chance of interruption. But I guess it is bright, but it is cloudy and it looks like it might snow here too.
Well, Boulder's getting a warning for additional snow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And Boulder's in between us, so.
Kind of.
We'll see how it goes. Hey, Neo. Hey, Chris. How are we doing today? We're doing good. We're going over our benefits. Going over our progress. And I think you guys might have missed it, but my progress was that I'm kind of impressed that I didn't gain all my weight back this past month with everything that was going on. I just plateaued. I weigh the same today as I did the 1st of January. So that's good considering how bad I've been.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael's sitting in the dark.
When I stepped on the... See, I told you were dark.
Is that foreshadowing how his show is going to go? No, it's the light coming in through my bedroom window is bright, and so the camera adjusts for it. Unfortunately, it makes everything darker, so I have to turn up the light to go maximum. I think if I turn off the one behind me, it should brighten up.
Maybe.
I'm too lazy for that though.
But, and in case you missed it, I am down another 8 pounds, so total of almost 18. It's like 17 point something.
Yeah, because she's not into math.
I forgot
numbers.
to look.
You have a calculator on your phone.
I do have a calculator on my phone, but I'm using my phone for the video, and I showed you earlier, the video goes away if I try and do other things on my phone.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you use a phone.
Arabeth has my laptop. So
Get her laptop fixed.
yeah, Michael. I tried
Chris
to.
says that's great, Michael. I would have gained an extra 20 pounds on top of the 10 I already gained if I went through what you had to go through last month. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you said is.
I'm really impressed that I didn't go back over 240. I was horrible. Actually, at Brand's Memorial, all I ate was like 2 cookies.
2 cookies.
So
like
I've been eating shit, but I'm not eating hardly any of it.
Yeah.
My breakfast this morning consisted of a brownie bite and a banana.
Oh, where'd you have a brownie bite from?
Well, the little not brownies, fudge. The little fudge things.
Oh, fudge. Okay. I was
There's
gonna
like
say.
so it's this little teeny square of fudge and a banana. That's my breakfast.
Oh,
and a bottle of Emerge.
super healthy.
Oh, I'm having waffles for lunch. Blueberry
Awesome.
waffles.
I'm
having waffles. Chris says, "Say yay, Sam. You're jamming." I don't know if you can read the chat. You can't. Well,
I can't. No, I can't
Okay.
see that today.
All right. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm going to be sticking with keeping the calories in the green starting today, but I'll restart the data for the 12-week fitness challenge on Sunday. The goal with that is to make sure that the calories in Fitbit are over 3,500 a day. So it'll be nothing but a bunch of green bars.
Awesome.
Only because I want to, well, I'm making a video that's going to be talking shit about Will Smith. 20 pounds in 20 weeks, my ass.
Right?
So you've done almost 20 pounds in 4.
Exactly.
So it's not that hard, people. I'm still thinking that they did it to build up hype for this YouTube channel.
Probably.
I don't see how any trainer can look at somebody at 220 plus and say it's going to take you 20 weeks to lose that.
Yeah, no.
Like bullshit. Even with the CDC, the average human can lose 3 pounds a week just by changing their diet.
Yeah.
That's not including any exercise. And he was doing all this running and shit, supposedly. So I don't know. I think it was, especially with Will Smith's body type. I mean, he probably has an amazing metabolism still already. So it shouldn't have taken him 20 weeks to hit 20 pounds.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. But that's my goal, to talk shit.
I am going to try and make an update video this week. I kind of was a slacker and forgot last week, but
See how you are?
I was kind of a slacker in everything last week.
You've made more videos of this last month than I have in the last year.
Okay, so what is actually the title of our? I didn't see.
Oh, yeah, gonna make me look.
Sorry.
Okay, so has body positivity gone too far?
Awesome, I like that title. Okay, so I'm gonna put this out there.
Here we go.
Probably gonna be
trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
We need to start sounding some alarms.
Right.
We're gonna get a lot of hate. This video is gonna get buried in the algorithm.
So,
not like we're monetizing give a shit. So,
right when we started this podcast, I made a huge list of topics I wanted to cover, and this is the one topic that we skated around, and we're like, maybe not. We'll just no.
Well, I think a big part of that is because I can get offensive.
And
I'm a bit of a dick.
Yeah. And then recently, I don't know if it's just what we've happened to be watching or it's kind of sort of trending on YouTube. Because in the last week, we've seen a ton of videos on body positivity, and there's a bunch of people on TikTok that are all about, if you're skinny, you're racist. If you're skinny, you're
Fat phobic.
Fat
That's a good
phobic.
one.
If you're,
Do you feel the rent
that
coming?
shit pisses me off. That shit pisses me off so bad. As
I'm gonna go
somebody
on a
who's been fat my
phobic rant.
whole fucking life, or okay, maybe not my whole life, but I thought I was fat my whole life. The fact that people say because they're too fucking lazy to get off their ass and lose their damn weight, that they've decided to attack somebody who has, is so damn unacceptable in our society.
Oh yeah, like with the the two I brought up before was one was Alana Pierce caught a lot of flack for losing weight, and then Adele recently.
Adele. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I read some articles after we talked about it, and she lost quite a bit of weight, and I can't remember exactly how much it is, but a lot of weight and got pretty
It was a
skinny.
lot.
And,
Yeah.
She had people on Twitter and on her pages attacking her about how you've always been such a role model for bigger women, and I can't believe you do this. I can't believe you went out and followed this and became one of those skinny bitches, and she's like, I lost weight for my health, not because I was trying to do some kind of statement on I wasn't healthy being a bigger woman.
Yeah,
I
and
went out.
she found that it was after her divorce, and she found going to the gym made her happy.
And, a lot of people are like, oh, that was just, you got skinny to try and get back at him and all this, like, crazy shit to her. And I'm like, and she didn't do anything crazy to lose weight. She started going to the gym and paying attention to what she was eating, and that's it. She didn't go on, and she wasn't trying to sell being skinny. She just lost weight. It happens to be a celebrity and in the public eye. And since she is, and she had all these people following her because she was fat, how does that work? How do you, like, I don't understand that.
That says more about them than it does her.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you should hate your body. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be comfortable as who you are. But I'm also saying that you should take a look at yourself and not think, my blood work's fine. I don't care that I'm 480 pounds. My blood work's fine, which means I'm healthy, which is not fucking true. I can tell you from somebody who was 440 fucking pounds. My feet, my knees, my hips told me, no, bitch, you're fat.
Yeah, and your blood work came back healthy as well.
My blood work's great. My blood pressure is super low. It pisses my doctors off because they always want to run blood tests on me because they're convinced that I should be pre-diabetic or diabetic. They're like all this stuff, and I'm like,
high cholesterol and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, all this. It runs in my family to have low blood pressure. Our cholesterol has always been amazing. And diabetes doesn't run in my family, and I don't show any of those signs. So every time I go get blood work done, my doctor's always like disappointed because she just wants to show to me that like because I'm fat I should be. And I'm like,
well, the blood work doesn't show things like stroke, osteoarthritis,
heart
gallbladder disease.
God,
there's another one. Apnea.
Yeah.
See, and there's one more. Oh, and it closes your airways, which is why people are dying from COVID.
Yep.
Because it takes it's harder to intubate.
Yeah. And
and that shit doesn't show up in your blood tests. It also doesn't show how your internal organs are being crushed.
Exactly. So one of my best friends, I love her to pieces, and she's always the entire time I've known her, which is like 20 or almost 30 years. Yeah, it's a long time that we've known each other. She's always been big. And I can think of a conversation that we had
Which one?
4 years ago or so, where she's talking about her knees hurt so bad that she can barely walk most of the time. And I was like, yeah, I love you, but it's because you're fat. Like, because that's how we talk to each other. I'm like, I love you, but it's because you're fat. And she's like, well, my doctor says that I have some arthritis in my knees, and if I lost a little bit of weight, it would be, and she's like, I don't want to get to be one of those skinny bitches. I just want to lose enough weight where my knees don't hurt anymore. And I'm thinking,
It's going to take a lot.
do you not understand the concept of
Yeah, and
how
sometimes,
your
well,
body works?
sometimes, yeah, and sometimes that damage is permanent.
Yeah. And
I'm not
I'm
going to wave a
thinking,
magic wand and arthritis will disappear permanently. It's not how
and
it
I
works.
just don't understand why she wouldn't want to be skinny.
Yeah. What was her step goal? Like 2,000 a day?
Yeah.
I get 2,000 a day working at my desk 16 hours. That's just me going to get
Okay.
coffee.
I am when I'm up here in Sterling, I'm a fairly inactive person. I spend a lot of my
Yeah,
time
you
laying
are.
in my fucking bed here in Sterling. Even on those fucking days, I get more than 2,000 steps a day.
Yeah, that is.
I
I
just,
don't. Yeah, I don't know. I
but
think the
watching,
lowest I ever hit was like 1,700, and that was when I had that inner ear infection, and I never left my desk.
yeah.
I was in some sad shape though.
One of the
I was a
videos we
hurting
watched
unit.
was the drill instructor. Do you remember what his name was?
Oh, the one that was on that talk show,
Yeah, that was on Doctors.
Doctor. Yeah, yeah. I don't remember his name.
Okay, so he's this motivational health and fitness person he started a Facebook page and then it was on YouTube. And he did this video where he talks about if you're fat, the majority of the people who are fat, it's because you're lazy, not because of health problems, or if you have health problems that make you more fat, it's because you were fat. And he was talking about and everybody's like, oh my goodness, this is so fat. This is fat shaming. And the video that we watched was like, is this fat shaming or is it motivational? Was what it was. And I'm like, calling people out as Americans, we're fucking lazy.
Yeah.
We're so fucking lazy. We're not willing to change. If we can't have something that's instant and take a fucking pill and make me skinny, if everybody in our country could take a pill and be skinny, we'd all be skinny bitches. Even those people that are like, I'm so proud of my big curves, would be skinny fucking bitches. And
Sam's triggered.
Huh?
Sam's triggered.
Yeah. It irritates, as a larger woman, it pisses me off so bad to see these other very large women who are attacking people who have chose to get healthy, to lose weight, to move past that cycle of being fat. And I just can't understand as another human being why you would attack anybody for choosing to get healthy. And I don't understand why they think being fat is being healthy. It's not.
No. There's all kinds of things that happen.
And
like, hey, my heart stopped.
yeah.
That was a mixture of not just being fat, but being sedentary.
Exactly.
Extreme sedentary.
Yes.
So in 2016, it almost killed me. So that's not me being fat phobic. That's just me wanting to live.
Exactly.
I don't want to die.
And I mean, in 2013, one of my other best friends, Jason, we were talking about something and I was complaining about, oh my goodness, I've gotten so fat and I don't like it or anything like that. And he sent me a message and he's like, we're best friends forever, and forever means you need to get off your ass and lose some of that weight so you don't fucking die. And I was like, oh, bullshit. Good point. He's like, because you're gonna. He goes, I can't. Because you're not healthy. You're not doing stuff. You're not. And are there people in this world who are fat and trying to be healthy and doing stuff that they have a thyroid problem? They have Yes, there really are. There are really people out there that have medical conditions why they are big.
Yeah.
But the
But not
majority
the,
of these people
yeah.
on TikTok, on YouTube, they're like, oh, you should just love yourself. And I don't think, again, I don't think you should hate yourself. I don't at all. Like, it is not mentally healthy. But I think no matter how you feel about your body, you should always want to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And improving doesn't mean putting on another 40 fucking pounds.
Right. Ada Smith Jenkins says, what my body can handle now may not handle at 60, so losing weight is a must for me. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's like, even at 230 right now, I wouldn't want to try doing it at 60.
Mm-mm. Oh,
I want to be
no.
one of those HUD grandpas.
Right?
But all my
Right.
kids are gay, so it doesn't matter.
I don't want to be like my aunt.
Oh yeah, there's motivation right there. She could barely move.
Yeah, and every year it's worse. And all the time she's like, "Oh I can't go do that. My knee hurts. Oh, I can't." And I'm like, "Fuck that. I want to be like my dad. I want to be like my dad who just turned 60 this year
And they
and
still
went
go
up
water
snowboarding.
skins, yeah,
He went up
snowboarding,
snowboarding for his fucking
diving.
birthday. Like,
Yeah, well, last year they went. Oh no, that was before COVID. They used to go down and do scuba diving and
they
skiing,
have.
and
Every year they go
and
down to Mexico.
every time you guys go out to Pueblo, they bust out the boat
Yeah.
and do water skiing. Yeah.
That's what I want to be like at 60. I don't want to be like my aunt I think she's like 65 because she's old. I think she's that much older. Who she can barely move.
Yeah,
And
everybody has to do things for her.
going out to feed the horses is such an effort for her. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that.
And unfortunately, at her age, even if she lost the weight, she would still have knee problems. The damage is
Well,
permanent at that point.
her knee problem is
It would
actually
help.
not from being overweight. It's been
No, but it doesn't help.
No, I was gonna say it's now worse because no matter what, her knee would be jacked up. Oh yeah, you got input, Shadow?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she thinks about that.
And I just don't want to do that. I want to be around to enjoy if we ever do become grandparents.
Yeah. I'm not holding my breath.
Right? Last time I said that, Donovan got all offended. You don't think I'll have kids? And I was like, well, where are you at right now? Talking to 3 different girls that you've never met and have been talking to for like 2 months doesn't encourage my thinking that someday I'll have grandkids. Not that I'm in a hurry to become a grandma, but
Me either. I don't ever want to be a grandma.
I was going to say, really? You're like, this is like your favorite topic, and you are so quiet on it.
I'm just listen. You're going off. I'm letting you rant.
Sorry.
Mine was going to go off on a rant on the phobia thing.
Yeah,
Like
go ahead.
Oh my god, I hate that shit when they get on TikTok and they say that if you don't want to date a fat chick, you're fat phobic. Okay, first of all, the word phobic means it's an intense fear of something. Just because I call you a fat ass does not mean that I have an intense fear of you. No, I'm a dick, but I'm not phobic.
Right?
I hate how they incorporated phobia into just about fucking everything. It is an intense fear. And this has to go back to like the early, 1990s when they're saying that if you don't like gay people, it's because you are afraid of what you don't understand. Well, we're 30 years past that shit. I think we need to start using phobia for what was actually is an intense fear of something. I guess I could have an intense fear of somebody being on top of me and then crushing me while during sex, but that's about the extent of it. God, I hate that fucking term.
That doesn't mean you're phobic about a fat person. That's a whole different phobia.
Yeah. I bet you if you look it up, there's probably a phobia about being crushed during sex.
I'm sure there is.
I mean, there's a phobia. There's an intense fear of knowing somewhere out there's a duck looking at you.
Yes, there is.
I can't
we've played
I
with
can't remember what the
phobias like
phobia is, but it's a yeah.
funny as fuck. But
So yeah, I bet there's probably one for about fat people being on top of you.
I'm not afraid of fat people. Am I afraid of dying because I'm fat? Yes. So maybe I have a fat phobia, but it's not how they're meaning it.
That'd be necrophobia.
No,
I
that's
guess
a
it's
fear
better
of...
than necrophilia.
But I'm not afraid of fat people, and most men out there who don't want to date somebody who's fat is not a fear of fat. They're just not attracted to.
Yeah. See, that's like one of the things I brought up before was, I can't remember who I was talking to, but when picking a date, the first thing you're going to notice is appearance. I'm sorry, we are humans. We are a visual species. The first thing you're going to notice is someone's looks. And if you can't imagine that person being on top of you, it's not going to work out.
Right? If you
Doesn't
look at
matter if
that,
you're a man or a woman.
yeah, if you look at that person and you're like, no,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
nothing about who they are as a person is going to change that.
Well,
They might
I don't know.
be the best person.
Well, that
No, when you're
depends.
initially meeting somebody. I'm saying when you're initially meeting
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah. That initial first contact.
Yeah,
It's like an alien species.
right? And is that shallow? Yes. You know what? It fucking is.
I don't know if that would be
That's human
shallow.
beings.
That's sexual preference.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with being shallow. Not that I could see. I mean,
I mean,
you have to be attracted to who you're with.
yeah,
Otherwise, you lose interest after a while.
exactly. And I mean, should we be in an enlightened world where it doesn't matter what somebody looks like? Sure.
Sure.
Is
Yeah,
that
but,
ever
we're not.
going to happen? Not unless we all lose our fucking eyeballs.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, that's just the way that the human species works. It's not a cultural thing. It's not a
Yeah, like I have no interest in dating a chick that has a beard.
right?
Does that make me beard phobic? No. Just means
No.
I don't want to be getting skin rashes from kissing. Will you stop pawing my face? Is that you telling me that I should shut up? Pain in the ass cat.
I don't know. I just was watching the few videos that we were watching the other day, and I was just getting so pissed and like so triggered on it that
Well, it's because a lot of body positivity movement is toxic.
yeah. I
And
mean,
it's, I don't know how to solve that. That's
no. I just feel like
social
it is,
media. That's what.
right? I feel like it is never okay to make anybody feel bad about how they look.
Oh no, I don't go out of my way and like poke fun at people or anything like that. I've never been that
No,
way.
exactly.
But I'm not gonna date somebody I'm not physically attracted to
Yeah,
anymore. I was young.
right?
I've climbed under a couple of fences I probably shouldn't have.
I don't know. It upsets me so bad when people are too lazy to lose their own weight, so they feel the need to make people feel bad about the fact that they have put forth effort, rather than be like, "Oh my goodness, congratulations! You've worked so hard. You look great."
Yeah.
Instead,
like
they're
that.
like, "Oh my goodness, you are now fat phobic. I can't believe you went and did that to yourself. How dare you?" Like, what the fuck?
How dare you live a better life than me?
Yeah. Ugh.
So I'm getting all triggered. She goes stab somebody.
Jeez.
Motherfuckers.
I mean, I just,
Man.
I can't. I can't deal with it. It's fucking stupid and toxic.
Extremely. Like, I lost 80 pounds because I didn't want to die. Now I'm getting to the point where, yeah, I have some funny goals. Like, for once, I would like to be treated like a piece of meat. That's never happened in my life. I just want to see what it feels like. But ultimately, it's because I don't want to die. And coming so close, something coming that close, really scares the shit out of you.
Right?
So, and I can't date bigger women anymore because I know me. I wouldn't say I'm a social eater, but I am very easily swayed.
Wait, yes, you are.
What is it? Oh, um, being enabled. I am easy to enable to do bad shit.
Yeah.
And so if I'm with somebody who enjoys eating food and
A
all
lot
that,
of it and doesn't care about what they look like, and
I will put the
you
weight
will
back on, and
fall.
I will
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of particular nowadays because I know me.
And so
So I
many
need
people would
somebody.
hold that against you and say, "Oh,
Yeah,
that's being shallow. That's being. I can't believe you'd be
yeah.
like that." And it's not. It's you know who you are, and you know.
That will affect me. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll go back to where I was in 2016.
Yeah.
Well, without the stress. I think it was a mixture of the stress and the weight that I was almost killing me, to be honest.
Probably.
That
You
was
know,
immense.
the thing is, and I have stupid goals. I have like I just want to wear cute clothes. Like I know that's a stupid goal, but like or a silly goal. A
I don't
silly
think
goal. It's
it's.
not stupid. And
Yeah,
and I've had people tell me they're like, you can get cute clothes for bigger women now, and I'm like, yeah, you can. But I've had this goal since I was in high school when I couldn't get cute clothes for bigger women, and I don't want to wear cute clothes for bigger women. I want to wear cute clothes. That's the difference.
well, I want to see what it looked like with six-pack abs.
Yeah,
I've never done that before. I think it'd
I
be
want
interesting.
I want to be a good example for my daughters, one of who is already bigger than she should be, and that's a really hard topic to discuss with her.
Yeah. Well, a lot of that's because, well, we were talking about it before, where some people are just predisposed as being big. You're
Yeah,
unfortunately one of those. Your dad
yeah,
is a giant. Your mom is big bone, and you are built like a fucking Amazon.
exactly.
Unfortunately, so is Annika. Now,
Yeah,
if you guys were to drop the weight and put on muscle mass, you two would be scary fucking people.
right?
And if I'm hoping that she continues with the volleyball and starts working out and stuff because with her height, she would drive that
Oh,
volleyball down people's throat, and
I
she'd be
know. It's been nice though.
Olympics. Yeah, but but so there are people that are predisposed, like they have much bigger frames. You are 6'1",
6'2".
and I bet your muscle density is almost twice what mine is.
Yeah.
You are just built big.
Well,
So
and that's one of the things that really affected me growing up that I've really tried to not put on Annika is because I was always so much bigger, even when I was skinny, people were mean to me and called me fat because I wasn't a toothpick. I wasn't this big
yeah,
around and
see,
like,
which is dumb because you could have just picked them up and smashed them into a locker, folded them up into a suitcase.
right, I was way too nice.
I never was,
And I
but
just had
yeah,
so many body issues I mean, that's the problem with our society is teenage girls just have too many body issues. It doesn't matter if they're
yeah.
skinny, it doesn't matter if they're fat, they have body issues.
Teenage girls are mean anyway.
Yeah. Teenage girls are awful creatures.
Yes, they are.
Teenagers in general are awful creatures.
Yep, I would have to agree. Having been one.
In high school, and looking back at pictures of me, there was nothing on me that was fat when I was in high school, and I thought that I was fat.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap, I was like
Yeah.
skinny and in shape, and I'd have these boys. Oh my goodness. I was a senior in high school, and these boys were freshmen or sophomores. They'd walk down the hall, and I'd just be walking down the hall, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, it's Sasquatch!" and throw themselves against the lockers on the other side of the hall, and like all this shit to me.
See, no, at
And
that point,
mostly
I
I
would
was
have,
like, "You guys are dumb." It didn't
I
hurt
would
my
have,
feelings, but
I would have body slammed him into the locker. Like,
I
if
was
you want to go into one, let's do it the right way.
you guys are dumb. But I mean, that's the kind of shit that they would do to me all the time, and
Yeah,
they were just mean. And by that point in my life, I just didn't care enough to like let them hurt my feelings. I was like, whatever, idiots. Okay, Sasquatch, great, creative. And then I had a bright yellow coat that was my favorite. So of
yeah.
course, for like 2 years, I was Big Bird because it was Big Bird colored. It honestly was, but I loved that fucking coat.
See, that's when you pop your knuckles. I'm gonna teach you the fucking alphabet. F is for fist.
Right?
Neo says, wanting to wear smaller clothes or wanting to be looked at as a piece of meat isn't hurting anyone else. I don't see anything wrong with either. Yeah. Big
Well,
people
that's the whole
clothes
thing.
are expensive.
I'm not telling anybody else that they need to be skinny. I mean,
No,
okay, that's not
I'm
true.
not either.
I had a discussion with Annika last night.
Yeah, but we know the repercussions of what happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
your
in
knees bug
general,
you. We talked about how you can't climb certain stairs, like Alyssa stairs, that you have an effort trying
yeah,
to climb those.
yeah.
Like, damage can be done at a young age.
But I mean, aside from my daughter, who that is my prerogative as a fucking parent to
Yeah.
be concerned about her physical health, I'm not telling anybody that they need to lose weight or gain weight or that's on you. And do I judge a little bit? I am actually one of the least judgy people you're ever going to meet. I very rarely am judgy. On occasion, do I look at somebody and be like, man, get off your ass? Do I sometimes
No.
go to Walmart and see these really, really fat people riding on the fucking cart? And the only reason they're riding on the cart is because they're too fat to walk around Walmart? Yes, I sure do. And do I think, if you got up and walked and did your fucking shopping,
Right?
I don't
Get some
say that
steps.
to them. That's just what I think in my head.
See, that's when you know you live in a civilized society, is when you say it in your head.
Yes. So I tend to be a little bit judgy in circumstances like that because I get frustrated because it's laziness. And you know what?
Well,
It's
it's like those
laziness
people.
on my part.
It's like those people who, let's see, one of the videos we watched was the chick that was demanding that a store stocked much larger clothes because that they had fit. Like,
Yeah.
this is how businesses work, okay? Let me give you a quick insight into capitalism. Businesses don't buy shit that they can't sell. If they only have one customer, or even 3 or 4 customers out of thousands, they're not going to stock that item because they have to pay taxes on that shit at the end of every year. So
Yeah.
if you can't unload a product, you're fucked. And so businesses will buy what they can sell. If they can't sell your big ass clothes, they're not going to stock them. That's
Exactly.
why you have all these online companies who specialize in bigger clothing. You
Yeah.
can't go out to a store and force somebody to
Very in stock.
just to carry it in stock because you are into this body positivity mindset that everybody has to cater to your whim. Airplanes. Here's a good one.
God.
The people, they have to charge for 2 seats. Why? Because an airplane can't take off at a certain weight. If you try
Hmm.
to cram too many fat people into a fucking plane, that plane's not going anywhere.
No.
That's physics. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you weigh as much as 2 people and you're taking up 2 seats, you're going to be charged twice. Why? Because of the weight.
Hmm.
The weight distribution on an airplane is not is finite, which is why they don't allow Okay, elevators. There's a weight allotment in elevators. Why? Because a cable will snap if it exceeds that weight limit. As
So I've
as
been fat so long in elevators, I literally get on it and I take a look at the people I'm on the elevator with and will calculate,
so
estimate what
adding,
the weight is. We're like,
is this trip going to kill everybody?
no, we're okay, we're okay.
Well, that's because you're more conscious of how physics works.
Yeah.
So it just pisses me off when people try to force the issue on that because they think everybody should cater to them. Like,
I can't
no,
imagine.
that's
I have
some
known
things.
my entire life, even when I wasn't fat, I have known that there are certain stores that I cannot go into to shop for clothes for me.
Yeah, Hot Topic. I haven't
Yeah.
been into a Hot Topic since I was like 14. And even then, I don't think I ever bought any clothing from a Hot Topic. Anyway,
In Arkansas. But I have known my whole life almost that there are certain stores that I can't go shop at. Never once has it occurred to me to go into one of those stores and be like, you should carry clothes in my size. Fucking Banana Republic. I have never been into a Banana Republic. You know why? Because I am not a size 0 and have never been a size 0.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah. Or American Outfitters, or but never once have I thought, oh, I need to petition this store to carry clothes in my. Fuck no. If they don't want to provide me clothes in my size, I'll go find a store that will. Like,
Yeah, that's what makes capitalism great.
yeah.
Free market. Except nowadays, not so much free. Neo says, I am mad when I see the people writing the carts putting junk food in their carts. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Okay, so when I was first losing my weight at about 280 pounds, I did a 5K walk. And I busted up both of my feet pretty good because some dumbass decided to wear loafers.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. Well, I had to wear a cast on each foot individually back and forth because the right foot was done. But then after it started healing up, I realized the left foot was bad as well. But I was able to walk along it for a while. But anyway, when I busted up my right foot the first time, I had to wear a boot.
Walking boot. Yeah.
And so when you're trying to walk in a walking boot, I don't know why they call it a walking boot. You can't walk in that goddamn thing. I was sliding all over the store. So I decided to get in, I got in a cart because I couldn't walk around, my leg in a cast. And even then, I felt dirty. Like, this should be reserved for 90-year-olds who can't get around. At this point, I was 38?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm healthy-ish. I should be walking around. I felt weird riding around a cart. I can't see how people can purposely say, you know what? I'm fat. I'm going to ride this cart. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I try, even with a boot on my foot, I only used it the one time. Never used it again after that.
Yeah.
I felt dirty. Neo says the famous saying with the stores is we carry sizes 20 through 32 online. Yeah, well, a lot of stores do, and they reach a much wider audience than they would sell it in store. Because, like I said, if they can't unload that inventory, they have to pay taxes on it at the end of the year.
Even going to like Lane Bryant, which is a plus size store. Mm-hmm. Lane Bryant carries sizes 14 through like 36 or something, and that's like a huge size of women's. But in store, the biggest size that I have ever seen, is a 28.
Yeah. Like I said, when you only have a handful of customers, you're not going to buy inventory to cater to those customers because if you can't unload it, you're screwed with it. You have to eat it at the end of the year or try to sell it at a loss. And either way, you're losing money.
Yeah, so, and it's just not worth it.
That's how businesses work.
Yeah.
I didn't carry I didn't carry Grey Goose vodka in the liquor store. Why? Because nobody out of Colorado would be able to buy it.
Exactly.
It's a $50 bottle. So I bought the cheapest shit available because that's what everybody drank.
Yeah. Well, because it was a bunch of alcoholics who just needed their fix,
Yeah.
not cared what they were drinking.
Right? God, some of that crap they drank was horrible.
Highland Mist? Do you want Highland Mist? I'm pretty sure you still have
Negative.
some here at the house.
No, I'm
No.
good. But that's my point exactly, though, is that from a business perspective, you're not going to cater to a minority just to make them happy. You're in it to make money. If you can't sell it, you're paying taxes on it, or you're selling it at a loss. And either way, you're losing money.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of companies bring in cool shit. Like Walmart will bring in something awesome, but just because I like it, they get rid of it because they can't sell enough of it.
Yeah. Because you're the only one who likes it.
I'm the only one buying it.
Yeah.
So they're not going to cater to my needs.
No.
I just, that's the biggest thing is that the whole, it's okay to like not feel shame in yourself, but when you're trying to force other people to your viewpoint is when it becomes a problem. Or when you're trying to
Exactly.
call out people as being fat phobic or fat shaming just because they lose weight. No, like I
The,
said, I do it because I don't want to die.
the one chick on
I would
TikTok
like
from
to
the
sleep.
video. Yeah. The one chick on the video from TikTok who was talking about if you waste your time going to the gym, that's
Oh, yeah.
just like she's going off about how people who want to change how they look are horrible people, and I was
Out
just
the see,
shocked.
there's
I
also
was shocked.
well, there's the one that says if you're going to the gym because you want to get healthy, that's fine. But if you're going to the gym because you want to look better, that's fat phobic. Like, no, it's called personal preference.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a phobia. God, that pisses me. I'm gonna go off again on it. Ugh.
It just I don't
Stop adding the suffix phobia to fucking everything.
I just guess stop forcing your beliefs on other people.
Yeah.
That's with our society today, that's the biggest thing that irritates me, I think, is
Yeah.
forcing how you feel and your opinion. Not even your facts, your fucking opinion on other people as if they were facts
That's something else I hate.
irritates the shit
My
out of me.
facts are different than your facts.
No, your
No.
fucking
Facts are
opinion.
facts.
It is a
Uh,
fact that being obese is unhealthy.
yeah, vastly increases everything from, well, let's see, polycystic ovary syndrome, sleep
Mhm.
apnea. Yeah, I'm going to read the list here. Sleep apnea, cardiovascular disease, including heart disease and stroke, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes and prediabetes, high cholesterol, asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, fatty liver disease, infertility,
Mhm.
polycystic ovary syndrome, and osteoarthritis. And that's just the top of the list. That's not including the rest of the shit that
Yeah,
happens.
I mean,
And
that's a fact.
all of that is scientifically proven.
Yeah. I
And
mean, are you okay being fat and taking those risks? That's cool. That's on you. That doesn't make it a fact. That just means that you choose to continue living the way that you want to live and take those risks, and that's okay.
yeah,
I made the decision that I am not willing to continue living that way and take those risks. I have people that I care about in my life that I don't want to put my life at higher risk because I like fucking food and don't like to get off my ass.
yeah. I'm always worried about how they're going to find me if I die. Like, are they going to be able to wheel me out?
That's
Or
funny
they're
when you
going to have to cut a hole in the side of the building to get me out of there?
right? That's funny because so my bathroom in the house here in Sterling in the upstairs is
Yeah.
messed up. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You guys are gonna go through
And
it.
every once in a while, I'll sit down on the toilet and I think, oh my God, I'm going to fall through this toilet. I'm falling
Because the
through the
floor.
ceiling. It's going to. And I told my mom one day when I went to sit, and I was like, just let me die. Do not call the paramedics. I will figure shit out because the last thing I need is to have my ass out falling through the fucking floor and to have firefighters come find me that way. I'm good. Just let me die. I refuse to call for help. No.
Yeah, everybody has their. That's a phobia.
That's a phobia. I literally fear that I'm going to sit down on the toilet and it's going to fall through the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That is technically a phobia.
Yeah.
I bet you could probably find one too online for it.
I'm sure you could.
Anywho, did we really establish anything other than people who are toxic suck?
Yeah, I think that was what our topic was, is people who are toxic. I just, I don't know that there's anything wrong with actual body positivity and being positive about what you look like. I also don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to lose weight, and I don't feel anybody should ever hate their body because we have to live in it and that's who we are. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
but at the same time, I think you should always strive for improvement in your health, in your physical ability, in.
Oh yeah. Well, one of my favorite stories still to this day is going to Walmart to get dog food, and I picked up that 50-pound bag with one arm, and I put it in the shopping cart, and I thought I got the wrong size
Yeah.
because it was stupid easy to pick up as opposed to before. Like, no, that's because I've actually been working on my arms, and now shit doesn't feel as heavy.
Yep.
So I geek out of that kind of shit. I love it. It's like picking up my couch. It's like, woo, look what I can do.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm so tired of people trying to say there is.
Oh, here you go. Neo says, my sister is a CNA and she deals with heavy patients all the time, 300 to 500 pounds. She tells me all the time how hard it is to lift them up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I told myself I didn't want to be a burden on anyone. I pity the poor paramedics that have to go get Beth.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of effort just to get her on a stretcher.
Well,
If
okay.
she's incapacitated somehow,
When I had
that's
Annika,
just a risk to yourself.
when I had Annika, okay,
Yeah.
I went in to the hospital, and at the time when I was pregnant, let's see, right before I had Annika, I was at 415, I think, is what my final weight was right before I had her.
I think so.
Okay. And again, we've established I'm not a small person in general, and then also being at 415 pounds. They had to transfer me from the bed to the surgical bed. And I was like, I'll just move. And they're like, no, we'll move you. And I'm looking at these little bitches going, for real,
The
I'll
fuck
just
you will.
move. But these people, and it took 4 of them, had to move me from the hospital bed to the surgery bed. And I'm laying there so embarrassed and so ashamed of, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to hurt these fucking people. Because my fat ass, because they have to move me.
Yeah.
And I mean,
It impacts a lot more than what a lot of people realize, I think.
Yes, it does.
Chris says, Michael vacuuming the living room like Mr. Incredible. Yes. Lift the couch.
Awesome. That's good.
I'm telling you, moving shit around after working out and lifting the weights and stuff, going shopping, um, doing yard work and stuff like that, having the stamina to actually get stuff done, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, I'm enjoying it. I do make jokes that I want to be a Greek god, or that I want to be looked at like a piece of meat. But in reality, I'm enjoying being able to lift the desk. Or when we had to move out of Westminster, lifting these desks aren't light.
No, they're not.
The TV wasn't light. Dan's TV.
Oh God, damn thing is so fucking heavy.
Okay, here's a good one. Dan is 60 plus years old. He can't. It takes him a lot of effort to take his bag of dog food down the stairs for Penny. I can
Yeah.
lift it up and throw it on one arm and walk down, just no problem. So I'm helping
Oh,
him out. See, that's the
Beth
kind
has,
of stuff that I enjoy doing.
Beth has me drive out to Fleming every week that I'm home to carry her grain out to the shed for her.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off because I'm strong enough now that I can carry both of them and only make one trip, but I'm not coordinated enough to carry both of them and only make one trip. So I get so frustrated because it doesn't feel like much. So I can throw the 40-pound bag and then no, they're both 40-pound bags. But
Yeah.
I can't carry. I can't throw both of them up there and not drop one, and so I get frustrated.
Walk and chew gum at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just not coordinated enough to do it. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to make 2 trips. But she can't do it. She can't carry those bags out to the barn at all. She can barely lift them to get on the cart when she goes to Baumgart's. Half the time she'll be like, "Hey, can you run the grain out? Would you be willing to go pick it up from the store for me?"
Yeah.
And I
Anyway,
just don't want to be like that.
me either. It is 12:01.
Awesome.
Did we really tackle the topic?
Yes, we did.
Right.
Aggressively.
Everybody hit the dislike button. But you know, when you only have a channel with 20 subscribers and it's not monetized anyway, it doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Hit the dislike button. That's still interaction.
Oh, thanks for joining us.
Yep, it was good.
I will try and make a video this week because I was a slacker last week. I just had a ton going on.
Yeah, me too. I'd like to do more. I need to do more shorts, I think.
Yeah. And join us next week. I don't know what our topic's going to be yet, but we'll try and figure something out.
Yeah. Last minute. 5 minutes to go live. What are we talking about?
I
What?
said yesterday what we were talking about today, so it wasn't
You
the
were
last
supposed
minute.
to. You were supposed to make a list of shit we were supposed to talk about.
I'll try and
And you
work on
haven't.
that.
Yeah.
Alex slacker,
Procrastinator.
pretty much.
CIR.
But thank you everybody
Alrighty.
for joining. We appreciate it. Join us next week. Yeah. Anything else to add?
Where we'll try to collect some more hate.
All right.
Alrighty. Have a good day, everybody, and I will see you guys around our sanctuary on Friday if anybody's watching that watches that. I know Chris and Neo do. So
Yep.
aside from that, we'll see you next Tuesday. I gotta figure out how to time this just right to hit the stop button so that everybody actually hears us say goodbye. Because I don't think they heard me say goodbye yesterday